What you're looking at there is the composite page size of the average American magazine, which I consider my canvas. It never changes. Dimensions stay the same, the shape is the same, but what I've tried to do through the years is create an entirely new looking page in that shape, with the same old elements, probably. Bernbach put me onto that. He was crazy about what he called the new page. And I was too, and I really went after it each time. I'd stay late after we got the concept, the writer and I, to work out a new way of putting it down on the paper and breaking up the space. And when the writer came in the next morning, he barely recognized, he certainly recognized the idea, but he was quite shocked, usually, at the look of it. I'd stay forever. I would stay through the night sometimes in search of this new page. And I guess that this ad is from 1954. It's for Polaroid, Life magazine, and we thought it was a pretty new page. The fact is, it has, people said, but you don't have a logo, and we do have a logo. It's a picture logo of a product that was the only thing of its kind in the world. No other camera had a picture coming out of the back at the time, so it served as a logo. Now this ad is sort of, I like to show it because it's the one that Volkswagen never bought. It shows a dealer in a Rolls Royce, and he's saying it's been a pretty good year for us here at Volkswagen. I always loved it, and Volkswagen just didn't buy this one. I got off Volkswagen, and Bernbach put me on Avis. We had just gotten this account. And Avis was a dying rent-a-car company. Low quality. The cars were always dirty. The ashtrays were full. And one thing they had, though, was they had a man named Townsend, Bob Townsend, who was a remarkable man who just loved new advertising, inventive advertising. And he'd be on the phone with me all the time. He'd call me from Garden City, Long Island, which was their headquarters, and he'd say, "What are you working on?" And I'd say, "American Airlines." He'd say, get off it, and get on my account. What have you got that's new?" And anyway, he bought stuff like this. They had just gone through a very expensive logo redesign, trademark redesign, and the first thing I did was I rejected it. And that was one of the things that was dropped out of this advertising. But what I like to say about this is that we really put them on the map. This is my favorite campaign, incidentally. I like to say that the Avis sales curve after 6 months of our advertising is the most beautiful piece of graphics I've ever done in my life. Another new page for Scott's, which is a lawn seed company in the U.S., and with wonderful copy by Jack Dillon. The end of it always said, "Just write us here in Marysville, Ohio. You don't need a street address. We've been here 100 years." That was, it floored me when I read that. I've always loved wonderful copy. I always tried to make an ad look like something other than an ad when I could. And here I tried to make this Porsche campaign look like a series of fact sheets. I even numbered them. And there was no headline. What it said was, "Consumer Orientation #3 in a series of technical papers." My idea behind this was to get copy written that nobody, no layman, no car buyer would understand. It was not your usual pseudo-technical copy that you see in car advertising. It was totally, it was written by Tom Yobage, who went over to Weissach in Germany and went through their papers and their engineering, their R&D department, research and development, and dug out facts that had never been in car ads before, and that were so complicated, nobody would understand them. And my theory behind that was the ad should look like when you lift up the hood of a Porsche. It's marvelous, but you don't understand it. But it's impressive. But we got shockingly high readership scores on these, and I couldn't explain that, and I felt like a failure. Now, what do you do with one product when you have two facing pages? What else would you do but that? And besides that, they always liked sort of extremely sexy stuff. Believe it or not, this series was, I did a red one, a blue one, and a yellow one. This series was a new film introduction, and I felt it was a new page. And we shot through the type and reproduced the photograph through the type to make it look like a picture developing. The copy was about the picture, so why shouldn't it be a picture, was the idea here. And the thing behind this is that the client came, he was a terrific client too. He came to me one day in the agency and he said, I've got 4,000 cars that I have to get rid of. They're all parked in New Jersey at the docks. And I have to get rid of them fast because the new model is coming in. So what we have to do here is make the car look new again. Make it look exciting all over again and make it look new again. So we did this page here, which was really influenced. I got this idea of the fox is the car is the fox. They were all like that in this campaign. Fox looks at itself in the mirror and sees a car. And they were heavily influenced by Guy Bourdin. I don't know what happened to him. I wonder if he's around, but he was a remarkable, very new kind of photographer. And he was doing the Charles Jourdain ads, shoe ads, French, which I really admired. They were so realistic photographs. And that's where I got this idea from Guy Bourdin. And I did like the layout of the Guy Bourdin ads. The top half was a non-bleed color photograph. But I never liked their bottom. I never liked the base of the Charles Jourdain ads. So I copied this half picture idea from Guy Bourdin and Charles Jourdain, but I stayed late, quite a few nights working this out. I've always been interested in the details. One of my heroes of the 20th century is Mies van der Rohe, the architect, who said, God is in the details. And I guess I agreed with that completely.